Okay. We have Nissa with no pupils.
We have Nissa. That's weird.
We got more corset, eh?
Yeah, we got feature changes Wednesdays, so undocumented feet. Oh, I bet they're documented somewhere, but I don't know about them, so I'm calling them undocumented.
Relive the dangers of Zendikar via Rise the Eldrazi flashback drafts.
Yep,
Gee, I wonder who might be interested in playing those. But that's not happening right
I
now.
know. No, they're not happening for a little while.
Uh,
Right now, it's more origins,
Origins?
more origins.
More Muppet babies?
Have we seen a walker?
Somebody played a
Played
Nissa we
Nissa.
countered.
Yeah, somebody played a Nissa and we countered it and said, like,
You get
no,
no Civic Wayfinder,
you can't,
sir.
you can't have that. All right. Also, the play points exist.
Oh, hey, play points exist now. Wow,
Yeah,
that's a feature.
yeah, that's like an option.
I could probably play an Origins draft then if I didn't decide I don't actually like the format that much. It's a courses.
Fair. I'm
I
just
want to for
getting some of them done.
yeah.
140 points. Well, let me show you. They changed the fake points, the phantom points, into play points.
So the first he had cube tickets, which were probably something before they were cube tickets, but I don't remember. And then they became phantom points, which have then become play points.
Yep. And will probably become something else.
Next they'll become planeswalker bucks. We have we have definitely played Lukmanu
Mondo
lands
lands.
before.
Yeah.
Small world, a
It happens more and more as we keep doing these.
yeah, it's 'cause who plays these at
Yeah, I
like
was just say
it's
it's
11:30 or whatever,
fine.
10:30.
10:30 for both of us.
Yeah,
Oh,
10:37.
we fucking.
We can finally play a planeswalker. You know, we saw a Kithian before too.
Yeah, we did. We got our ass kicked by Kithian, didn't we?
Yeah, this guy. This is the walker who is not getting played that I was surprised about because
Okay.
as soon as I saw like him and the double white piker and Knight of the White Orchid, that like immediately came back. So we pick Kithian and then Sea Flare and Suppression Bonds are in this pack.
Also, want to note that this card is good.
That's a good card, yeah. That's a pretty okay card.
Renown 2.
Sea Flare might come back because it's heavy white, but Suppression Bonds has no way in hell of
Yeah.
coming
Well,
back.
hell, the quality of the like Psychic Repuddle, Dreadwaters, Artificers. The blue
Well,
in here is garbage.
well, there's maybe we can get into red black, white black because Read the Bones is the only black card in here. Maybe that'll
I
I
think
don't know.
red might. I think red white might come here because like
If we got Titan Strength or Seismic Elemental, I would be very happy. Those are or Active
so look
Treason.
at look
Those
at the
are all
color.
quality cards. Yeah, they added new timer buttons. Okay, now time to get completely cut from white.
Yeah, that's happening here. So, the question is, what do we want?
Um,
So, like, throwing knife is the generic pick.
yeah, Throwing Knife is the generic pick. We are not. If we're playing Kithian, we're probably not playing Eye Blight Massacre.
Yeah.
Anybody ever played with Infest before? Because I sure haven't.
uh, Read the Bones and Eyeblight Assassin and Eyeblight Massacre are all fine black cards.
Yeah, those are fine black cards. You have Yavis Force Mage, the Castellan, and Atlanta War Empath as known good cards.
Citadel Castellan could be a fine pick. I don't know how much I care to like commit to a dual colored card right away,
Yeah.
but it's really powerful. So, but
If you want it to be red, there is a single red card in this pack, and it's a
yeah,
pretty okay one.
they did print it better in Fest and Theros.
Yeah, they did.
I'll pick the Citadel Castellan and see if green light is
Yeah.
real. Ooh, Topin Freeblade. Oh.
Roller Rogue? Okay.
Oh,
What does that
crap.
awakening do?
Animus Awakening. Reveal the top X cards of your library. Put all lands from among them on the battlefield tapped in.
Okay, so non-relevant card. Okay. So you have Whirler
Okay,
Rogue,
I'm
who
gonna
works well with Kithian,
I'm gonna point
because
out
like
here. Yeah, it does. Go ahead.
also there's Sphinx's Tutelage, which is like the card we all love now. We first picked a Savannah Lions,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but that's a Savannah Lions that flips on Battalion, which Whirler Rogue gives you pretty
Yep.
painlessly.
So here's the big thing here. There's a common missing, which is likely a foil, and an uncommon. What the hell card got picked over Whirler Rogue?
Another Sphinx's Tutelage. Pile Driver, yeah. Okay, I if you're gonna, I li- I like Bear better than Scrapskin Drake.
I think I agree with you because I want to be able to curve in my aggressive deck.
Yeah, and Scrapskin Drake is like Cloud Elemental has been like a cool card in other formats. I just don't think this is the format for Cloud Elemental. Yeah, Bonded Construct would be completely okay in our deck. I think he's a fine creature in general.
Someone took a common because that was likely a foil, uncommon, or rare. It's the only thing I can mentally make sense of it.
Maybe somebody really likes his playing with Lightning Javelin.
Yeah, maybe they really like playing with Titanic Growth.
Orchard Spirits.
I like picking Bear with slight upside as pick freaking like 4 there. That's kind of stupid.
So we have the Mist, we have Anchor to the Aether, we have Grasp of the Hieromancer, we have Ringwarden Owl.
Is the Mist kind of what we want?
It's a pretty okay combat trick.
Or like Majoring Bully? Nah. I'm sorry, Whirler Rogue tells me.
Yeah, we're gonna force blue because we got Whirler Rogue.
Also because like blue is like this.
Yeah, blue seems to be somewhat open. So like the Mist, yeah, I think
I,
we're more of a Mist deck than an Anchor to the Aether deck.
Yeah, those are the 3, and this is not a card I want to put on Gideon because like you lose it when you.
Yeah, I'd be fine putting it on Cleric at the forward order though. Murder investigate. Okay, there's that Thunderclap. There's also Celestial Flare as like a piece of removal you could possibly play, but the
But
Drake's pretty good.
right, we already have the Whirler Rogue.
Now I'll just play that deck again.
Hey, I like that deck. We've played it like twice.
Yeah, blue. I think that's like your default deck to play when you are getting into a format. Just play white and blue flying creatures and attack your opponent,
I,
which
I
I'm completely fine with.
yeah, I feel like it's just fine.
Yeah, I like the Wyvern. There could just be a argument made for Sea Flare or Disperse here as well, but I think it's the Wyvern.
Sea Flare would be cool too.
Maybe it'll wheel. He won't wheel. I think this is obvious. We have a Healing Hands for our deck.
Yep. Well, I really think the Nivix barrier might be a better way to gain 4 life because it's -4/-0 on the creatures, so it's like
We could
gaining 4 life.
possibly play Trumpet Blast, but
God, the sorcery speed Trumpet Blast. I mean, we do have Whirler Rogue.
yeah, we do have Whirler, and we are going to be attacking.
Noting these 2 cards. Majoring Bully number 2 and Blazing Hellhound. Blazing Hellhound is pretty dang powerful, but obviously, like, yeah, I really want to splash for black-red. That's like what I'm feeling right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I hope some white shows up so we can commit to it.
I like nothing.
I don't like it at all. Please, no stop, Grandpa. So what is the most playable card here in any color?
I want to say cut my colors. Like, send the message that blue and white are closed for business.
Seems fine.
White is always
Conse
drafted, but I don't care.
Look at Consecrated Blood and then remember a card called Mark of the Vampire. Or remember even farther back to a card called
Spectral Flight.
Fallen Ideal, which was a card that was good because of a card called uh what is it called?
Wow, that Read the Bones came back. And every blue spell that I mentioned came back.
Yeah. So Read the Bones, Titan
Okay.
Strength, Psychic Rebuttal doesn't do anything.
Titan Strength, maybe? Read the Bones.
Which color do you think might replace white?
If I'm replacing white, it's with Read the Bones. If I'm replacing blue, it's with Titan Strength, but I don't want to replace. Like, I don't want to replace that. Oh.
Hey, a four
Hey.
mana Squire.
Well.
Yeah. I know.
Uh,
I know. It's not a four mana Squire, but it's a four mana. It's not a four mana Squire. It's a four mana Stormcrow
with Buddy.
with Buddy. They both fly.
Mm-hmm. I'm
I would
happy
still
about
rather
that.
have the red piker guy who makes a flying 1/1 though. That guy's really good.
Yes. No!
Okay. We're just gonna have like we have this like aggressive deck again, and then have just Plan B be the actual winning plan.
This is
Okay.
dumb because Water Courser is like the better card for like
Water Cursor's this weird card.
whatever. This is fine. I
This
accept
is
this shit.
fine.
Sure.
That might actually be a card an aggressive deck plays. Okay, we're in blue.
So we're in
Perhaps
blue, and
we
like,
we might not be in white. Who knows?
yeah,
Wait, what was that other black card you just snuck in the board?
Night Snare. Can I keep it in the board, Grandpa?
I don't. That's like a sideboard card. That's like a coercion plus mind rot stapled together. Okay, so there is the most famous man in the world. What else is there in the here though? We have Separatist Void Mage. We have Aven Battle Priest who sucks. We have Foundry of the Console. Prickle Boar, who is a creature I've always liked
Mm-hmm.
because that card basically says first strike when attacking.
Yeah, I actually like was impressed with him in the last because he's a 5/3 for 5.
He's 5/3 first strike for 5, who attacks each turn if able. So we have the Outland Colossus. Maybe we end up green. I really would like to be the deck that plays Goblin Glory Chaser, but that's not us.
No, like even if we got it together, like I even if like green never shows up, I am completely fine not seeing this on the other side of the damn table. But I think
That's for
this
sure.
is like this is a reason to play green.
Yeah, especially since this pack's kind of otherwise empty. We're giving it the opportunity cost as a Separatist Void Mage, which will wield because that Ring Warden will wield.
Yeah, no crap.
I'm just gonna say that like it's true.
Um, well, if you look at the blue white cards in this pack, they all blow. So
Charging Griffin is like okay. It is a flying hill giant in most ways.
yeah, if we have the thunderclap,
What do you want to if it attacks? Um, so what is Plan B?
we could pick
Turn
up.
waters.
Well, we could pick up Somberwald Alpha because that hands off trample to Outland Colossus if I want to be green.
Yeah, there's Summervault Alpha and Rock Smallers as like reasons to be green. The opportunity cost being a charging griffin.
And we move further and further into green. Hmm.
Although if we take green in, that means we're moving wide out, which means Thundering Wyvern goes out too. Let's commit hard. Let's have no idea what we're doing.
Well, I'm willing to pick like the best cards available, and if it is like Topin Freeblade or
Well, the best card in here is probably Gather the Pack or Claustrophobia. I like removal a lot.
yeah. Also, like Topin Freeblade, if I believe that white is real, which I still like. I'm not.
Oh,
I'm not
you were Rug
convinced.
last time. Do you feel the power of Bant?
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, we have no removal.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking at Claustrophobia, and I think it's Claustrophobia or Topin Freeblade. Those are the two that I'm sitting here like humming and hawing about. I think
That
Claustrophobia is the
it is
thing.
probably better. We play it on their bear.
Well, the other thing is like it's removal, but also like it's decent removal.
Yeah, it's like not bad. It's no narcolepsy, but it's pretty good removal.
Yeah. Oh man, Elvish Visionary with Sphinx's tutelage though.
Um, in white there is Stalwart Avon.
Yep.
In gray there is Guardian Automaton
There's a ram roller too.
and a Ram Roller. I guess there's also Negate, which is like a probably main deckable card, but not really.
Yeah, not especially.
So I think this is the point where we decide whether we want to play white or not.
I don't think so. I don't think giving up
Well, not a
Skull.
hard decision, but like a soft decision, like the direction our deck's going.
I'm fine with the roller.
Yeah, Ram Roller. We
I'm,
love that guy. That is a 7 mana spell that we can play in our limited game. So how you feeling about Bant? You want to start picking up what is that called? What is that concept of Magic the Gathering called that lets you play your spells? That's fake.
I don't think we need to pick up anything other than like good cards.
Yeah, we'll just pick the best card in the. If we're playing Cube, yeah,
I'm going to just do that.
yeah. Which bomb is going to make you wobble the most?
You know, like we have Gideon and his phalanx to go with it, so.
We do have his phalanx.
But yeah, also Fairy Miscreant here.
Yeah, we have Fairy Miscreant. Yeah.
Huh.
So negate or the vial.
Uh huh.
I think the vial draws a card. Is an artifact for Ram Roller. Perhaps
Prowess.
possibly do something. Negate is a piece of interaction.
Alchemist Vial's like a piece of interaction.
Yeah, it
Like.
is indeed. It is a fake form of interaction in that it might give a creature +1/+1, and by a creature I mean a creature. It might cause our opponent to mill 2 cards, or perhaps more. Who knows?
Yeah.
It
We
could also save us life, or win us the game, or any number of things. Yeah, that seems okay. Mage Ring Network is a card that makes no sense to me because that's like the worst storage land in the world.
colorless storage land. Like I'm not. I don't know. Like
Like they had a colorless storage land that was not colorless for dragons, and that was like a playable card due to Ojitai. But
mm-hmm.
were the storage lands back in Teaspoon so good? I don't even remember if they were so good or
They
not.
were good in control decks, and also the Dragonstorm decks.
Yeah, they were cool in Dragonstorm. That's the power of Dragonstorm. But they were good in control decks
Yeah, control
because
decks wanted them. Like
they're like Drago sort of thing. So we have our chief of the Foundry. You could have Yoke Dox as a creature who can attack to give Kithian battalion.
Yes. Honestly, that's what the fairy miscreants are for.
That's basically what fairies miscreants are known for. So,
Well, Chief, I'm liking because we got Ramroller. We have a couple of these.
yeah,
There's also
he's also a Hurlian Minotaur and has like 6 legs.
nobody likes caves.
Should we pick up a foundry?
I mean, we have multiple interactions with it now.
Yeah. Heavy infantry is so bad.
God, it. Yeah.
I like their hammers though.
Well,
Like, yo, we heard there was a nail sticking out.
doors, walls, skulls. It matters not.
Yeah, hammer squad.
Hammer Squad shows up to your house, and like you're done. Like the Hammer
There's
Squad's there.
Instead of playing that card, you could play like I think this is an easy pick. Okay. But Grasp of the Hieromancer is like an okay card in this format. And that's like a better version of heavy infantry. Because just don't think of it as an aura and think of it as like a trick that does that.
Yeah.
+1/+1 and tap a guy. And then they spend their sorcery removal on it. Like, okay. And then sometimes it's better than that. Oh, rough.
That's like the playable card in here. This card's garbage.
Yeah, that card's pretty garbage. Now watch it start making like ant lists in Legacy. People still play ant, right?
Yeah, that's like real, but like that's not a card you play in it.
I was joking. That's what
Well,
we call a jape
yep.
in the.
But yes, that is a real deck.
I knew it was a deck like 3 years ago. I didn't know if it was still one or not.
Mm-hmm.
That is a reason to play red, and I'm sad we can't pick it.
That's a reason to play green.
What, the Bounding Crisis?
Yeah.
Okay, so what else do we have in here? We have a Grasps of the Grasper Grasp. We have an Evolving Wilds, which is like the safest pick.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have like a Clash of Wills as a completely playable card. A card that for some reason is not Condescend.
I don't even know why it's not condescend. Like that bothers me.
I guess Condescend was kind of good, but I would have accepted worse Condescend, like Scry 1 Condescend.
I don't, especially when they brought Scry back as a mechanic. Like it's right here or here.
So the Crisis.
I'm.
Are you thinking about splashing Crisis off your Evolving Wilds now that you have one?
I don't know. I just know that I'm willing to not pick Clash of Wills.
Well, with how lowly people pick Pains, we'll get a Yav Coast. It's fine.
Oh, alright, never fucking mind.
Yay!
Somebody said we would. Yeah, I think Kavanaugh just said we were gonna get this.
Yeah, Kavanaugh. I don't even have the chat open because I don't feel like reading, but
Okay.
I know Kavanaugh likes that card for its extremely goofy Muppet Babies art,
When we
including the fat kid who does the truffle shuffle there on the right. By the way, you should all watch Goonies. Oh man, we have to not pick Tower Geist.
Yeah, we have to not pick Tower Geist in our deck that has like flying things.
Yeah, but the thing is like a super good tapper.
Tap target creature, white.
Yep, tap target creature, white. There's a card that kicked your ass last time. Add like a disperse or a singleton top end.
Yeah.
We already have a singleton top end. Whatever. We don't need Scab Goliath. We have a 7-mana spell that's better.
Could be Scab Goliath.
It's like either that or disperse as another piece
Yeah.
of interaction.
I guess a piece of interaction is fine. We don't have much of that.
We have claustrophobia and alchemist's vial, and we have enshrouding mist too as a trick. If you want Scab Goliath though, he's very nice. He won us games.
He is huge. He's very huge.
Also,
Interaction's fake.
also Lanowarian Path, one of my favorite creatures from Teaspoon back in the day. That guy's really good.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Wow, I am completely uninterested in this pack.
There's another ring ward now. That's
That's
what we want in our Savannah Lions deck, right?
yeah.
Revenant. What do they make a card called Revenant for?
Are we doing this again?
Or we're doing
Alright.
this again.
Alright. Well, Revenant says your graveyard. Hey, it's a good skeleton.
Born from the slaughter of an entire army, it bears the wrath of 100 souls.
This does not have 100. That is a lie.
It is a that is a lie, even though it is very, very lazy to Reese Nielsen art. Oh my god, I didn't even realize. That's like something Therese like threw together in a weekend. It's like, I'll just
Placeholder art, please ignore.
So we have a bear.
We have a bear and a sigiled starfish.
The sigiled starfish can attack,
Right.
but we already have a cleric of the forward order. So I guess which is the more valuable? Getting more life or controlling our draw?
I'm
That,
always
that, that's what I thought.
I'm always on control my draw. Controlling your draw is sweet.
Man, we were joking about how your 3-color deck had no fixing, but look how greedy the colors in this deck are. White, 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 blue, 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 white, white, blue, 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 blue. This is a greedy deck. That's why we need Sigiled Starfish.
I don't think it's that greedy.
Um, do we want that? Or do we want Tower Geist? I guess non-creatures we have in the deck include Enshrouding Mist, Disperse, Alchemist Vial, Sphinx's Tutelage, Claustrophobia. And it is a Dusk Imp.
I think it's this specifically because like Thopters exist in the format.
Yeah. Vern Wingmare is like a card meant to be played in other formats, but isn't.
Right. Well, it's Thalia, but not. It doesn't come down early enough, so nobody
It
cares.
doesn't have first strike. Yeah. Okay.
Please.
Wait, now if you put Stratus Walk on a cleric of the forward order or a ram roller, it gets the bonus from your Thunderclap Drake. It also draws you a card, and ram roller can't block anyways because he attacks.
Mm-hmm. I'm all about second Thunderclap and Wyvern.
What is
not
Preaching Scab doing in this set other than to
I
make
honestly
Scab
don't
work?
know. Like they wanted a blue piker and they didn't want to just reprint Merfolk. Like
Yeah, they had the vanilla 1/3 was their vanilla blue creature because they designed vanilla creatures in a common cycle. By the way, they made all of them but the white one bad this time around. Are we a deck that plays Warhorn?
I was
Or
actually
Bonded
looking.
Construct?
Yeah, I was more looking at Bonded Construct.
I think an argument could be made with both, and I think the one that's a creature is better.
Yeah. I guess Stratus Walk is like
It cycles.
Yeah, whatever.
It also you can also use it to make Ramroller unblockable if they only have one creature.
Well, in multiple ways. And it didn't matter!
Yay! We
Yay!
have our another piece of interaction because we're not playing Maritime Guard.
Yeah, absolutely not. That's not real.
Hey! Our Yoke Docs came back to attack with Kithian.
I like how our curve is 1 drops and 4 drops.
Well, we've replaced Bear with Fairy Miscreant.
Basically the same card.
Basically.
If we had Tragic Arrogance, we'd have literally all of Gideon's character arc. You know?
Yeah.
You want a piece of interaction for the
I
sideboard?
just, wait, no. Healing Hands draws a card, so it causes him to mill off Sphinx's tutelage. Pick calculated dismissal. We have 18 creatures. Or do you want like another defensive creature on two? Or,
I just
okay.
wanted a piece of sideboard, like, interaction.
What does Nivix Barrier even do other than have Raymond Swanland art? And it's not Raymond Swanland art?
Nope.
Whoa, I kind of just got that it was. Okay, that's a 4 mana 0/4 Flash Defender that does nothing. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Do people in their limited testing actually play the Hydrolash effects? Because I've never seen any other human do so.
That's fair. I agree with you.
They keep printing them like the snake, the sock puppet snake, and nobody plays those. So that's the deck.
Yeah.
Seems okay.
I could cut Sphinx's tutelage.
You could cut it for what? We don't have a creature to bring in other than Ringward now, which brings our curve up.
Yeah. I'm already thinking our curve is slightly too high, but the fact that we have infinite ones is like the balance.
We're like, it's like we're playing a Gruul deck. We have this big chunk in the middle where 4 lives.
That's fine.
So if we took out Sphinx's tutelage, it would probably be for Artificer's Epiphany. Considering we have Bonded Construct, Chief, Ramroller.
Yeah, but
Roller
Artificer's
Rogue.
Epiphany is a card I would want with Sphinx's tutelage.
It is. Otherwise, it's just like a catalog that is sometimes an inspiration.
Kavanaugh is saying these two.
I really don't like that at all. Like, even a little bit.
Like, off of our...
Off our Evolving Wilds
Yeah.
hero forest. The reason I don't like that is look at a card called Kithian's Irregulars, and look at a card called Claustrophobia, and Whirler Rogue, and how these cards are kind of mana greedy, and how we have 1 mana 1 drops of single colors.
Anyway, this is probably going to be like 9 and 7 or 9 and 6. Normally it would be a little less planes, but I have both Kithian's Irregulars and want to play Gideon early.
We do. We want to get our Muppet Baby out there for the world to see.
Add basics. It wants 10 and 5, which is what I thought it would want. But yeah, we're all about like here's the big thing. All right, I'm gonna this is gonna be the pile. Hey, 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 hey. Like that's what we're all about right here. It's all flyers all the way down.
Yeah. We're playing white blue with flyers. Again, who would have imagined that is what we are doing, but I'm fine with that.
That's how it goes. I mean, not for lack of attempting to move. Like, look,
Yeah.
I really did try to move out of light.
We tried to move it out of away from blue, like we picked up the Castillon, and then like Whirler Rogue showed up again.
Yeah.
That saucy lady.
What can you do when Whirler Rogue shows up?
You say, hey, I played Vintage Masters before and lost to goblins. Let's do that.
I'll
Only
make
better.
I'll make Kithian unblock a regular's unblockable.
You mean it wasn't already?
Yeah, basically it is. Like we can only like we're not like heavyweight, so we can't like hyper tap. But like this is kind of ridiculous. So
If you can play it, you can tap once. And then
yeah,
that's like, since you're giving it +1/+1 with the renown and tapping a single time per turn, it's like you played Grasp of the Hieromancer on it. Only it's on the card already. That's what we call card advantage, friends.
what? No, what? I think my favorite card in this stupid deck is the Sphinx's Tutelage.
That's purely as like. Have you told everyone about your what was it standard deck? That was Hedron Crab Plan C.
Plan C? I don't know if I've probably mentioned Plan C before. But like I can kind of show off the mechanisms of Plan C while we're waiting.
Tell us about Plan C, Jens.
So, Plan C was born out of a specific card from Shards of Alara called. Where are you? Where is...
Birchler Rangers, amazing.
Yeah, I know. It's a really powerful deck. Ranger of Eos. Ranger of Eos allowing you, search your deck for 2 1-drops. The important 1-drop, Hedron. I think Hedron's going to return more than Crab.
Yeah, Hedron Crab.
Alright, landfall. Whenever a land comes to play, mill 3.
There was another knight involved in this, right?
Yep. So the final piece of the puzzle is the Knight of the Reliquary, which there's multiple of. What the... Huh.
Yeah, the Modern Masters art. That is not wait.
Yeah, so you sack a Forester Plains to search your deck for a fetch land, specifically a fetch land, because obviously, preferably Misty Rainforest, and then you mill 12 cards because you have 2 Hedron Crabs, and then like the rest of the deck is just like cards to support this, like Noble Hierarch, because Noble Hierarch, allows you to do all of this, and.
Quick and easy and painless.
Yeah, the normal game plan for the deck, the reason it was Plan C is that the normal game plan was it was a Knight of the Reliquary deck.
Yes, it would just beat you to death with a Knight of the Reliquary.
Yeah, Knight of the Reliquary is pretty sweet.
Because if you didn't have an exact way to read that card all the way, it gets +++ for like lands in your yard, because it's funny that they want to have a card that is a 1-card combo. It's amazing.
Also, it can make itself immune to removal with this card.
Yeah,
it was always fun.
It's like, wow, who would have thought?
I played this deck pre-Mythic existing. I played it when Hedron Crab was printed, not when the Mythic deck would probably just kick it in because like doing Eldrazi Conscription was just better. But this was a lot of fun, especially it was right when Worldway came out was when I built the dang thing. But Plan B was the Ranger of Eos plan. It was like Ranger of Eos, go grab 2, pretty decent 1-drops. And then then it became like, oh, well, what 1-drops can I grab? Oh. So then Plan C was born, which basically became the main plan.
Which, much like our friend Sphinx's Tutelage kind of did, but
yeah.
I think if we have the aggressive plans we have in this deck in particular, that maybe the game won't last that long. But
right. I'm honestly, the big thing I'm fine with including Sphinx's Tutelage for is just because of Mana Flood.
Yeah, just having a
6 mana looting is way too expensive, but it's also sometimes what you need to do.
It's what we call in the business a board breaker. It is a thing in the event of a stalled board will win you the game. These were very important in cons. Everybody knows
Hmm.
it was called Trumpet Blast back then, but
Yep.
this is like our Trumpet Blast. It even costs the same.
But yeah, the saddest thing for me with like the Plan C deck is that I don't actually have the deck list anymore. I can only recall the cards that existed in it, not what actually it contained.
Ah,
Because I know I posted it on like a forum talking about it, but that forum doesn't exist anymore. So
well, why would it?
right, because like it was like literally a forum for our local store.
Everybody has their secret Magic the Gathering forums.
And then yeah, I call mine Twitter.
That's not secret. I meant,
Yeah, I
in
know.
years past when there was the Salvation splinter groups that went off
Uh,
because Salvation was a dump.
there were a number of those that broke off of Salvation,
Uh,
but
think we're going to fight down the auto build?
if we get past oh nope, no auto build. If I would say if we get past 30 seconds, then it's yes, it's possible.
Possible.
Because at 30 seconds it auto submits whatever is in your box, and if you don't have a legal deck in your box, it can't auto submit.
So it just gives you the build. Yeah.
So after those 30 seconds, it just makes the build. So
Hey, our old friend.
all right, look, Ma, no lands. Would you like to
What
play first?
avatar is that?
Morrow.
Oh, I hate that guy.
I'm I'm cool with this. We have
This,
both colors,
this seems like a fine.
a counter spell.
Yeah, it seems as though we perhaps. Oh, it can attack it alone in our hand. Can attack alone. Bonded construct. Can't attack alone.
Why my control deck? Instance.
Because we didn't draw our single bear or a.
Or any of our ones.
If he like makes a bear here, do we just counter it?
I use Clash of the Wills on whatever he does.
Hooray!
Yeah, let's put down the Road Roller. Because that's 6 damage alone.
Yeah. But now he'll get to play his Yeva's Force Mage.
Or he plays his 2/2 that kills Bonded Construct.
That's exactly what's happening. Oh, okay.
Well, Bonded Construct ain't attacking, that's fine.
So it appears that Bonded Construct is not attacking. So we just hold up things and then instep flash in our.
Yep. This is a pretty.
We are actually playing a control deck. Oh my god.
Right, we even have a land that makes our win con.
Yeah.
How did this happen?
Oh boy, he's facing with the. That must mean he has a follow-up creature.
Uh,
Yeah, okay. Hold up our Seagull Blue for the Mana Spike. Okay.
yeah.
Hey!
Hey.
Should the first Thopter fall, the second Thopter will take its place. I think we hold up white.
Yeah. I play this pre-combat in case of like my Bonded Construct disappearing or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, our opponent's at 10.
Opponent's at 10. We're going to control points of 4 points of flying power.
Which will become 6, which will become 10.
Yeah. Oh, we have to draw the land for that.
Right. Also, the fact that we have Ram Roller on the ground.
Yeah, Ram Roller. Well, that's what Elvish Visionary's job is.
Right. At this point, it is get in front of the bus.
That's what Elven Visionary has always done, is drawn you a card, then probably chomped or got sacked to something. Interesting.
Okay.
Renown is it like a cool way to interact with that particular body the 4 mana 2/3 Death Toucher.
I kind of am thinking about dispersing this guy and just attacking in.
You...
Is that worth it?
We can disperse that, attack in, and play the Drake.
Yeah. Or do I hold up? I could also just hold up the disperse and attack in and like let this trade occur, and then I hit him for 4 down to 6, and then like threatening lethal with a disperse still up. Maybe that's more relevant. Just let this trade occur.
I just let that trade occur. Let's see if we can decide.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let him make the trade if he wants to, because I have the disperse. If I didn't have the disperse, I would. Well, like I guess I wouldn't have the choice, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, this is 6 flying power. He's at
It's
6.
a 6 flying power, and we can like create more if he does not remove. Well, yeah, we have like 2 secret points of not secret on board secret. Ah, a lot of more empath information.
I'm cool with information. So yeah, we just kill him with 6 points flying power, unless he like finds the. Well, no, nothing matters here.
Yeah, 1 deep land for turn.
Reveals swamp.
Okay.
He put 2 cards on the bottom. That was a dig. He was digging for the imp.
Alright, yeah, the imp. Which. Oh.
Oh, well, this is the reason I kept disperse.
Well, disperse says draw a card, which happens to be the Drake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Let's move on. Begin the sideboard. What did we learn?
We learned our opponent plays Elvish Mystic, or Visionary, not Mystic. There is no such a thing in this format.
We learned our opponent plays Fleshbag Marauder, which, like, when we have things like Aeronaut or Fairy Miscreant, looks really bad.
Yeah. We also learned we can assume things he has. Like he probably has that Grey Ogre that minuses. Could perhaps also have Yavis Force Mage for the full package.
Right.
Our opponent could indeed be packed to the gills with Grey Ogres.
Let's just rock. I don't see enough to make me want to change what I'm playing, so.
Yeah.
And
plus our sideboard is incredibly thin.
Well, our sideboard's a bunch of counter spells, and there's Gideon to start it off. So
yeah,
with
and
the Whirler Rogue.
Yeah, here's our curve: 1, 3, 4. That's our curve.
I'm very happy with this.
Our opponent's going to throw an Elvish Visionary in front of Gideon.
Oh, it's a 100% chance, but like, I don't care that badly. Also, like, it's quite possible he just dies to that Grey Ogre you talked about.
Or, yeah, Reeve's Soul. I'm liking Ramroller here. I'm liking our hand right here. I don't even care about Gideon right now.
Yeah, like, who gives a shit?
Muppet Baby, eat your heart out, you $3 piece of cardboard. And
yeah,
okay.
I'm cool with that.
I don't like that art for Fleshbag Marauder. So we play Ramroller first, then Whirler Rogue, then Chief of the Foundry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay.
It's that lady again.
That would be really good if I didn't have like a way to make my.
Okay, change of plans.
Yeah. Hold on.
Our piece of interaction, sort of.
Well, do I want to use it, or do I just want to play Whirler Rogue and get in for 4? Honestly, like, that might be just better.
You play Whirler... Yeah, you can just... Yeah, you can... Whirler Rogue has abilities. Yeah, okay. We can do that next turn. Just don't tap the Ramroller.
Yeah. Whoops.
You click on your Bloodthorn vampire one too many times, and it all goes to tits.
Well, I mean, look, we got Chief of the Foundry plus Thopters. Like, our cards are hella powerful.
We're attacking for, I'm going to say, 1,000,000 next turn.
Yeah. So he's going to renown his guy, and that's fine with me. Then do you have a follow-up? Like, more relevantly, is it a good follow-up? Rock Smaller. All right.
That's pretty good. I guess that just means we don't attack with Whirler Rogue. Ship in with everyone else.
I could make Ramroll or unblockable.
And then ship in for 7, and then our opponent's dead next turn?
Yeah, that's basically the idea.
That seems fine to me.
Wait,
read Whirler Rogue. Is that Artifact or Thopter?
It's Artifact because you tap... Okay. In Standard, you tap your Ghost Fireblade because who the hell gives a crap?
Yeah, because people remember Tangle Wire. You don't have to click on Ram. He wants to attack.
Yeah. Alright.
And we get to hold up the mist for when he goes to fight with
Yep.
his Farika's Desecrator.
Yeah, that's the Fighting's card.
What's that card actually called?
Wild somethings.
No, I mean Farika's lady.
Oh, Farika's Disciple.
Okay, as opposed to Nylia's Disciple, who is a...
Yeah.
Who was a different card. Uh-huh. Well, I guess that means our opponent isn't dead. Actually, wait. What happens if we...
No, our opponent's dead. I drew an artifact.
Yeah, we drew an artifact, so we tap... and we also have an extra point of damage with the mist. In case of fire.
Me drawing an art.
Oh my god! He just leaves. Okay,
God.
Scoops.
Picks up the table and walks away. Not his cards, the entire table, and just leaves.
So I'm willing to say that perhaps we are not playing a Sphinx's Tutelage deck.
I think I agree with you. I think we might be playing an artifact aggro deck somehow. Well, I don't know what gives me that impression after these last 2 games, but...
I like... Kithian ate a Fleshback Marauder.
Hey, and got 2 damage in.
He did. He did his Savannah Lions. He did... The Savannah Lion is but a piker, and a piker's job is to fight and die.
Yeah, but fighting and dying with a 3 is almost above a piker's duty, especially when it's a 1-drop.
Yeah, especially when it's actually not even a piker. Okay, so that was good. I have a feeling we're going to have to wait until this round is over.
Yeah, and we already did the Plan C story, so...
I did the Plan C story.
Oh, no.
I've been tempting you to talk about JoJo's, but I don't know if we should do that on stream or not.
Nah, some other time. The last...
So,
I'll tell you this much. The chapter I'm currently on has a lady with... who's, able to control hair.
oh, okay, I know exactly
So.
where you're at. You are near my favorite chapter then.
I'm getting there, I know. Yeah, our deck just does things. It's fine. I love...
Our deck attacks, and it's great. We got to show off our mana curve of 1, 3, and 4.
Man. Now I'm just sitting here trying to think what else is in that deck, but quite honestly, like...
You got the important parts.
Yeah. The fact that, like, you'd play 2 Hedron crabs and then, like, play a fetch, crack the fetch, for a forest, sack the forest, grab a fetch, crack the fetch, go grab a plains or whatever, and then, like, mill 24 cards off your opponent for that.
Yeah.
That action.
Plus, they're cracking their own fetches. They're playing a 52 card deck.
Yeah. Um, I don't think it played Archive Trap. It could have played Archive Trap. It definitely played Path to Exile, so maybe it did play Archive Trap. But I don't think it would because it was plan C, and Archive Trap implies that it was a higher plan than C. Archive Trap with Path to Exile was a time-honored tradition in that format. I knew people that, like, if you pathed them, they would just not search.
Ha.
Because you could choose not to.
Could you choose not to, or you could also choose to and then fail to find.
You could choose both.
Yeah, you could choose. You can't choose both. You can choose one of the two.
Yeah, yes, you could choose from both.
Choose one or both.
Choose one or both.
Choose one or both. Don't choose and then fail to find. Robo Rosewater of the day.
Yep. My God.
What was the Robo Rosewater of the day? I thought I looked at it, but I don't remember it. Let's find out. Right, it was Heartmere, who was the first mistake that the refrigerator AI has made, and that it has mirror in the name, but it is a construct, not a mirror. It is a 5-mana 3/3 artifact creature construct that whenever Heartmere attacks, untap all demons and blue creatures.
Ooh. It's a card made for the blue demon.
Yeah, the blue demon.
Hmm.
He gets double untapped.
Yeah. Is that what?
But
That's got to be what that card was designed for.
it's gotta be.
Look, my favorite was 1,000 Masks, I think.
Thousand Masks is indeed a good one. Well, I didn't see this one. Goblin Marfer.
Goblin
A 1/1
Morpher.
1/1 goblin. Creature goblin. Sacrifice a creature. Put 2/1/1 counters on Goblin Marfer. Activate this ability only once each turn.
That card is hell.
That
Holy shit.
that card is rather good.
Holy shit. You play that on one. On turn two, you play Mog War Marshal and
Yeah.
sack the Mog War Marshal, and then all of a sudden your opponent's like, oh god, I am stuck in hell.
Mogwar Marshal was so good. He gave you a death trigger. He
Mog-
gave you 2 goblins.
Mog War Marshal is the reason I'm always sad about Dragon Fodder because I always compare the two, and like it's not fair to compare the two because like
Yeah. And granted, Dragon Fodder was slightly better in cons than the Mogwar Marshal might have been.
maybe
Due
possibly.
to the fact that, well, you play Dragon Fodder because it was a prowess trigger also, and that was also a creature that
right
benefited
Trumpet
from
Blast.
Trumpet Blast.
I would say it was a Trumpet Blast and War Flare card. So, oh,
What's
Lord.
the there is kind of a goblin that's kind of a Hordeling Outburst, only it's way more expensive. I believe the card's name is Goblin
General?
Marshal.
Goblin Marshal.
It's an echo creature that's like a
6
giant. Yeah, he's a 6-mana 3/3 echo.
I think he makes
That
goblins
makes-
on both ends, like on leaves and cones.
Yeah, when he enters and dies, so he's like a Goblin War Marshal but larger.
which is where the Mog War Marshal must have been based off of.
It could have been.
That feels pretty reasonable.
And the reason nobody knows about Goblin War Marshal though is because he's basically strictly worse than Siege Gang Commander in every way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although Siege Gang Commander went really great with Goblin War Marshal. Or Mog War Marshal. We kept calling it Goblin War Marshal when it's Mog War Marshal. Like they were specifically Mogs. They had the triangle heads and everything.
They're different.
Yeah, they're nude. That's how you can tell. All Mogs are nude.
Can't find it. Oh well.
Can somebody in the zoo that I'm not reading? I'll bring up the zoo. Someone in the zoo I'm not reading mention my favorite card with the word Mog in it. I'm sure Jens knows if he thought about it for 2 seconds. I bring up the chat.
I'm sorry, I missed. I was looking for a thing. What was
My
that?
favorite card with the word Mog in the name. I want the chat
Flunkies?
to... Not Mog Flunkies. I don't actually like Mog Flunkies at all.
Okay.
Burned Head's got it. It's Mog Infestation.
Oh, yeah, okay. Right, you've told me many times to play it. You're right. It would have
Yeah,
been two
target
seconds of
yourself
thought.
every time. That is always a correct decision to target yourself with Mog Infestation. Although Mog Flunkies is okay.
I just thought of Mog Flunkies because I thought of Stump Goblin.
Mog Flunkies is basically a Stump Goblin. Mog Flunkies is what you used to get instead of Ember Beast.
Oh man, Ember Beast.
Even Ember Beast is like okay in the right deck. Like he kind of sucked, and then they invented Battalion where you would play really crappy creatures like Ember Beast and
Yeah.
Armored Con. What was Armored Transport?
Oh my god, the freaking armored transport.
That is a card you would play.
Because that shit just attacked no matter what.
Now the win condition in Ed Gruffer's Hog Hoop Troop was any given card in the deck, but
True.
Mog Infestation was just the
Double.
if this resolves, I win.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh, Perforos.
I love Perforos so much. Let's see. Let's look at the Mogs. We've got Mog Alarm, which is a fine card.
Mog Alarm.
Mog Alarm, Black Flag.
Mog Alarm.
Mog Assassin. This card says flip a coin on it, so I should probably stop reading.
Yep.
Mog Bombers. Ah, it is a if any other creature comes into play, sacrifice Mog Bombers and it deals 3 damage to target player. It is a 4 mana 3/4. Mog Cannon. Target creature you control gets +1/+0 and flying until at the end of turn destroy that creature. Okay. That's not a bad card.
So you fling it.
It's like flinging, only more blockable.
Awesome.
It's also cheaper though. It's like a 2 mana artifact
Right.
that you can just tap, whereas fling was like a 2 mana spell. I
Well,
think.
fling is instantaneous and just does its job, you know?
Fling, yeah. Like there's also the giant that does it. Then there's Brian Strongarm who also does it. People like Brian Strongarm for all sorts of reasons.
Brian was the first. Like I had a. We played EDH for a long time up at the game shop in Winona, and one of the players who became one of the more regulars, his first EDH deck that he brought was Brian.
Yeah. Brian you see a lot at EDH because there's a lot
Yeah.
of white and or red creatures that love to die, and Brian is a good way to kill them.
Yeah. I specifically remember it because I remember it was the first time he ever played like EDH, and he led with a plateau.
Nice.
I was just like, what the hell? He was like, it was like $20. Because, duels like 7 or 8 years ago were like, at least red-white duel was quite cheap.
Yeah. It's probably still one of the cheaper duels.
Yeah, but it's certainly not $20.
Mog Fanatic, a classic creature.
Mm-hmm.
Although sadly not as good as it used to be. Okay, Mog Conscripts. That's the card I thought of when you said Mog Flunkies. I have never liked Mog Conscripts.
The hell's Mog Conscripts? Oh no, that's the Searcher, right?
It's the 2 mana one. It's a 1 mana 2/2 that can attack unless you cast a creature spell this turn.
Oh, it's Goblin Cohort.
It's
whatever.
Goblin Cohort. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've never liked Goblin Cohort. He fails when you need him not to. Mog Jailer. Mog Maniac.
Look, the thing you have to understand about like cards from Masks block is how far of a like overreaction backwards they were.
Yeah, they made Urzas. They were like, whoa. Well, people can remember this because you can remember a set, perhaps called Kamigawa.
Mm-hmm. That The thing with Urza's block was the oft told story that I've heard related to it is that the entire design team got called into like the head of Hasbro, the CEO of Hasbro's office, and just berated for hours. Yelled at by a CEO, yelled at,
Yeah, throw
and
them into space. They're all worthless
yeah,
garbage.
and told if they did that again, they were all like dead. So
Like we'll just murder you, throw
so
you into space.
so
We're
so
see, we're rich. You
Mercadian
can't stop us.
Mercadian masks was an attempt to not get thrown into space.
And yet they still made Rishadan port
Well, Rishadan Port like
is the one card from
well, for Mercadian masks proper isn't the bad set. It's just generic.
Yeah.
Prophecy is the bad set.
Oh God, prophecy.
I've joked about Rhystic Cave being tap as its oracle text.
The Ristic spells. Yes.
Yeah. Thrown into space. I don't want to be thrown into space. Would you like to play first?
Oh wow, we have Magic the Gathering happening? Yes. Um,
Evolving Wild says we're fine.
a little bit awkward
I
because
know.
that turns our bear into a 2, but
Yeah, but we get to play a Savannah Lions to lead with Enshrouding Mists Protect. Rhystic is like RHYSTIC or something like that.
yep, it sounds like it sounds.
Yes. So, let's lead with the Gideon. Do you have a Gideon?
Oh man, the Oracle text on Ristic Cave is all funny because it's worded as though it isn't a mana ability.
Oh, yeah. Because all right, so
We just play the bear.
yeah, we play the bear. Look, Rhystic Study is the one card. Even Saviors of Kamigawa, the set I hold, is like the worst in the universe, has a playable card.
There was also Ristic Lightning, but that was a limited card.
So like, yes, I'm aware that there were definitely like cards that like could be considered playable, but oof. Yeah, enemy AI affecting. Yeah. All right, so we're just beating our opponent down.
Yeah, we have a bear, and then next turn we're going to not have a 3, which is weird for our deck. Just going to kill our guy. Okay.
Okay.
100% of the time.
Whatever. It dealt damage and like that's kind of what I expect from Gideon.
Yeah, if you play him as Savannah Alliance, that's what's going to happen. I really would like to draw an island.
Same here. We have a 8 in 31 chance. 30, actually 8 in 30. So
Any land would be okay though.
right.
Let's have a worse Roman rogue if that happens.
Yeah.
Pikers are the irrelevant abilities. That sounds like modern Magic.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and. Gideon is effectively a Thoughtseize.
Yeah, basically Thoughtseize. Wait, inverse Thoughtseize.
Inverse
They lose the
Thoughtseize.
2 life.
Uh-huh.
We call that a what is that card called? Diplomacy of the Wastes. Okay. You want to ship in first and see if you can trade your trick for his creature.
Yeah.
I mean, that's super transparent.
Hey, it got through.
Hey.
All right. The other plan is here.
Okay, plan C is here.
Yep.
And no Jesse and Thief to go with it.
Yeah. We really need the 4th land. Would have been nice. I probably actually would have cast Aspiring Aeronaut to block his Avon.
Yeah.
Was he gonna play the one? Oh, all right. We
No,
need.
you weren't. You were not going to do
All
the
right.
thing.
Okay.
He's going all in when we gain some life, and
Oh.
oh, okay. That explains it somewhat.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh, hooray.
Hey, what's up? Celestial Fair
And that guy.
and that guy.
I remember that guy.
Wow, look at that guy.
He's okay. He's a horned turtle with death touch that can do more damage than one power.
I'm attacking because I cannot block.
But they repeated the brawl.
Yeah, they repeated a brawl.
What brawl did they repeat?
I don't know. I don't know which brawl they repeated, but I did hear that they repeated a brawl. I really need the Whirler Rogue. Oh god.
Okay.
Or Disperse would be fine too, I suppose.
Suppression bonds?
There is one in his grave, so maybe he doesn't have a second copy.
He just fails to find here, didn't realize he milled it.
Consecrated
Okay.
by freaking blood, alright. Give me the
Okay.
Disperse.
Okay.
Hopefully he doesn't play a sixth land. Alright. Council's Lieutenant.
Yeah, counts as lieutenant. Like that, or Knight of the White Orchid and Gideon made me think there could be a white aggressive deck, even though there is like Languish and
Yeah.
Wraths, and how Control is like super in right now.
So, my counter doesn't work.
Your counter does not work.
No.
We're getting crushed.
Uh-huh.
Did he not attack with the Totem Heart Beast?
I guess he did not.
So what, now we need planes? Just, although we're not staying alive long enough for that to be relevant.
No. I'm just trying to stay alive long enough to be relevant.
Yeah.
Just trying. Because every turn I stay alive, I get to see 2 more cards.
Yeah. And maybe we'll have that beautiful story of the. Well, no, that cannot possibly happen. There's only 2 cards at a time.
Yeah.
We can't do the. What is that card called? The big fish that sucks your brain.
Yeah, yeah.
The one that can just cascade your entire opponent's deck if you do it right. If you get lucky.
Scalpel Alexis?
Yeah, Scalp Alexis. Yeah. You should play with that card, friends at home. He is not attacking with that Totem Heart Beast.
Please don't. Sweet.
Does he realize that if he taps us, he cannot do anything?
Does he have the, like, Enshrouding Mist to finish me?
He does.
I ask, as my opponent murders my face. Alright, so Grave Blade Marauder, we've learned. And
Yeah,
he's
Guerrero.
he's black-white enchantments. How about we just, like, actually draw into,
This would be like an okay guy for Negate. I think Negate's better than Clash of Wills. Unless you want to snag a creature.
I do kind of want to snag some of these creatures.
He does have creature. I guess there's like
Honestly, like, not being on 3 lands for 4 turns is what I'm actually after.
yeah, that would be something nice, yeah. If we did want to negate, then maybe it'd be tutelage, but tutelage is plan C.
I'm cool with it.
Alright, rock it back.
Honestly, like, I don't feel like we need to make that many alterations. We just need to not have all of our, like, 4+s in our hand when we have 3 lands.
Yeah, that'd be a plan. We
Like,
need
it's
sigiled starfish, is what you're saying.
basically that's what I am saying. Like, Sigil Starfish
Yes.
would be extremely cool.
I love sigiled starfish.
So we've
I
shown
love
our
sigiled
opponent.
starfish, but I hate Nyxborn lamb or Nyx fleece lamb.
Mm.
Because I hate life gain, but I love card fixing.
Nyx Fleece Lamb only has like 2 more months to live.
It does, and then it will die. To only be sometimes played in modern.
Modern, I think you got better choices.
I've seen it in like a well, mostly because I watched some streams of my friend going to a
Oh, that's cool.
Star City Open.
That's cool.
And he was playing Nioburn, and I remember seeing somebody boarding into Nyx Fleece Slide, Nyx Fleece Ram.
I understand it. And it actually might be just like an 05 plus the life gain is enough to be real. I keep thinking of Core Firewalker.
Yeah, yeah. I don't remember though. If like I mostly wasn't paying attention, and I was mostly just making fun of my friend for playing such a boring deck, and kept telling him bad ideas, like to play Amulet of Vigor or Goryo's Vengeance, but he won't. It seems pretty okay. I mean, it's got a 7-drop in her hand, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Let's just not get stuck on 3 forever. I say as, like... Oh, hey, Fairy Miscreant allows me to attack with my Bonded Construct next turn.
Yeah. Hopefully
Yeah.
we'll draw either land or 3-drop.
Yep.
We draw a Ram Roller.
Oof. Alright.
Tobo Field Deed coming on in. Now we get to decide if we actually want to attack or not.
Right, because that getting, turned on is problem.
Oh, he's probably going to give a Grasp with a Hieromancer.
Oh, thank God. So maybe we just go in anyway? We've got this. We drew our 4th land.
Yeah, we just beat him down with flying damage, perhaps.
Yeah.
Like, we win the race because we're on the front foot.
Basically only because we're on the front foot. And the fact that a 3/3 blocker actually doesn't stop me, like, almost at all? As odd as that is.
Alright, the thing has Vigilance. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's he -1/-1ing?
Probably the 2-1 because it's the most relevant in his mind. He has not seen our deadly secret of. He's seen Whirler Rig, but he hasn't seen
This.
the Drake. Okay, so 0 light. It's a horn turtle. Okay.
Horn turtle with Death Touch, so it's a spider, a scorpion.
It's a certain kind of scorpion. So we just make the construct unblockable and crack on in.
Mm-hmm. And the funky thing here, the funkiest thing, so I'm hitting him for 3. 14. Next
Yeah.
turn, Thunderclap Jin. Jin. I keep saying Jin. Thunderclap
That take,
Wyvern.
yeah.
6.
We attack for 6.
And then 8 is the follow up there. So, you know.
The card, you know what card I want to draw?
Hmm.
Very Miscreant.
That would be the perfect draw, yeah.
And you know what our Fairy Miscreant could draw? Fairy Miscreant.
I was thinking planes would be good too.
Planes would be okay.
Because it gets us to 6 mana, which also could get us to Gideon's Phalanx, which would just be like, yo. Alright, that doesn't do anything.
Little did he know, he should have killed the Thopter the entire time.
Well, he could have used... Alright, I'm gonna take some damage, but that's fine.
So he attacks him for 6, we go down to 12. We attack him for... Let's see if he sends the Guerrero in. He doesn't. He doesn't, even though he's... You would deal 2 damage, and his other guy has Vigilance.
Alright, let's attack for 6 in the air and threaten lethal. Right? Like, that's all you really need to do in this game. Well, it's your graveyard. So...
Oh, and your I thought it was your opponent's graveyard.
Nah.
Let me read that card. You actually read a card. Okay, so that is just a death touching.
Which is fine. Like, Giant Scorpion is good. Giant Scorpion with +1 toughness, so, like, you know, Horn Turtle with Death Touch. Thumbs up. Alright,
Yeah, thumbs up.
Can you, like, do anything about this? Is that, like, possible?
I don't like his dumb haircut.
He's a Wario.
He is a Guerrero.
She's not.
Yeah, she is a Deet. And she has extremely weird posturing.
This is like...
That is a JoJo's...
This is making Caesar's arm, like, bend weirdly in the opening.
This is the scene from the opening of JoJo's Battle Tendency where they had to bend Caesar's arm in a funny way to get it to look right.
Mm-hmm. My opponent, considering their options.
He's got time, he thinks.
16 minutes and they're up a game, so yeah, they're fine. Curious Joe is, yeah, no problems. Probably block with Bonded Construct.
Yeah. It's time to die.
Or don't care.
Oh, what does the Bloodstained Knight do? Let's find out. I have Gatherer open. It led me to Bloodstained Mire for some reason. What does that thing do? I don't know.
Actually, I'm not gonna block.
I know a reason not to block.
Well, there's 2, actually.
Now he kills us somehow.
It just whips out, like, he whips out literally 7 secret damage. I'd be freaking blown away. Alright, buddy.
A little late to the party, also uncastable.
You got a Mighty Leap?
Yo.
Holy crap!
This is not a trick I knew about.
Holy crap!
Is that what we call a blowout?
It's not enough of a blowout, but it's pretty freaking good. He played the Enshrouding Mist just to get the instant
Spell
speed
mastery.
on that. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, Nick the Maron calls it. It's as if somebody actually knows the format.
I've never seen this card before.
Me either.
That's hella good. That's 2 mana? Dang.
It's pretty much good at any speed.
Yeah. Alright, give me another copy of... I'm gonna grab the Enshrouding Mist.
That could be the extra point.
I mean, I do have 5 points of flying right here.
Yeah. And we just chump the Tobal Field Deed this time.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Or else we, like, lose, so let's not lose. But yeah,
Yeah, that kill spell is just like a Leo Tau, just like growling at you.
with Gideon sitting on...
With Gideon looking very goofy in his styrofoam breastplate and lawn dart.
Yeah, he's just got the lawn dart here.
He's got lawn dart and styrofoam breastplate. That's what's going on here. And now our opponent realizes the weakness of the
Ooh. Am I dead? I might be forced to chump block. I might have made the wrong... Well, No. You, sir, are not playing the odds. I tapped the plane specifically because there's a higher chance of drawing Fairy Miscreant than there was in Shrouding Mists. That's it. That's the only reason I did it. I know what I'm doing.
So we need to draw a damage or a removal spell.
Yeah. Or a land, and we just like use Foundry of the Consoles to stay alive.
That seems fine. What can we afford to attack with?
Basically everybody, because we get 2 flyers to block with. And
Okay, so if we send in our flyers, then
yeah.
in this format, other destroy tapped creature, I can't think of any. But I couldn't even think of that card.
Yeah, right. I wasn't even aware of that one.
And then Eddie Guerrero taps our bonded construct, and we produce 2 chump blockers out of our land.
Mm-hmm.
Our opponent's playing a very Theros deck in that he has 2 creatures, and he is going all in on them.
So I can easily afford to do that. This is to play around Mighty Leap. Then what is my opponent like? Mending hands or helping hands or whatever? Yeah, okay.
Nope, he has tapped Swamp to concede. So on to game 3.
Alright.
So our opponent is really creature light.
Yeah, look at this. Infernal Scarring, Grasp, and then 3 instants here. So we just need to deal with their creatures.
We need to draw removal. Do we have any other kind of removal?
We don't have much else. We Flame of Expert if we wanted to hate everything. Send to Sleep. Honestly, we have like Claustrophobia, which is actually quite good against the pile of...
Mm-hmm.
I still think we're okay.
I think we're okay too. Our opponent's deck is cool, but we know their weakness.
Right. They also could be quite fast, is the other powerful thing they have.
Yeah, because you have like your one guy, and then you go in all on them.
Yep.
So I guess the thing is, when given the opportunity to give trades, you take them, because we can play like 2 creatures to their 1 if we can actually draw them.
Yeah, also, like, we can just... What we did there was just, like, ping them to death with flying.
Yeah, our flying men got there.
That was a play that I think if I knew the format better, I would have been able to play around a bit more. Like I just wouldn't have attacked with the wyvern.
Yeah. But we didn't know, and
Yeah,
now we
now we
do.
do. It's learning, you know.
We also know specifically that our opponent has that card, which
Right.
is more important. He's making some heavy sideboarding, bringing in his smash to smithereens,
Bringing in his raking canopy.
his raking canopy, bringing in his sphere of resistance. Wait, no, that's us for him. Um, bringing in his tabernacle.
Bringing in his helping hands.
That would be real.
Or I, is that the name of the card?
I don't. Who cares?
Okay.
The card that is not survival cash.
Fuck.
We're on the draw, right?
Yes.
This is a mulligan still. This is a 7 drop and 2 lands. The only circumstance in which I would accept this hand is if the top 2 cards were Fairy, Miscreant, and Island.
How about a worse hand?
This is definitely a worse hand.
How about we're in hell?
Hooray! Just gotta motor drive the top cards of our deck. Getting there. Now that 7's starting to look really good. That's it. It's a jape again. Wait, is that why Ryan always tries to get you to play 7 drops, is so that they'll crap up your opening hands every game? 'Cause I swear that card was in our opening hand every game.
Yeah, sort of was. And there's Free
There's,
Blade.
there's Tumblefield Deed. He's going to be getting a grasp of the Hieromancer.
Yeah. I have to block.
Yeah.
Oh.
What does that guy do? Okay, yeah, he gives the thing.
Mm-hmm. This is incredibly dumb.
This is rather dumb. Although if we keep drawing lands, we can make our land do work.
Do it! Play the friggin'... Oh my god, Blightcaster.
He actually has the Blightcaster.
Shit.
Eye removal doesn't do anything against that.
Just... Chief of the Foundry, please hold.
Yeah, please hold. Does he dare body check us with Blightcaster, or does he just kill our guy?
Kill our guy in some manner, and then just turn on every single... Yeah, suppression bonds. Doesn't kill our guy, which is relevant for...
Yeah. Is Consul's Lieutenant each other creature, or just creature? Like, does he pump himself?
Does not pump himself.
Okay, so we can kill him with...
First strike.
We can kill him with both our guys.
Yes, if somehow both of our guys... Yeah.
If they live through Blightcaster, yes.
Alright.
Now, I gotta say, we've drawn remarkably well. It's another jape for use at home.
It's actually quite stunning. Like, I shouldn't actually be doing anything this game.
We get to gain 2 life.
Alright, show me the mists.
You show me your mist.
So I missed. Do it.
Uh, oh,
Oh? Well, he's gonna play an enchantment post-combat to kill my Thopter, right?
no.
Alright.
And we get card selection. What? And a double block on Tobal Field Deed?
I think I gotta take the land for Cleric.
Like land to immediately Cleric, or we pick the Aeronaut and do them both over the course slowly. Aeronaut makes a more power and toughness. The Thopter's a 2/2.
If he plays Grasp, I lose.
It's an interesting choice. Huh.
If he plays Grasp, I'm not winning this game anyway, so... I'm gonna grab the Aspiring Aeronaut.
Hmm. I'm not sure which is correct, but they both seem okay.
And we don't attack because we want to leave up double blocking.
And then he finds his Scourge mark or whatever. Nobody plays 5-mana kill spells in this format.
Oh my god.
Nobody plays 5-mana kill spells in this format. He's just trying to go wide.
Yep. Go wide. I ain't having any of it, because I'm also just gonna...
I was right! I was right all along!
Yeah. Alright! Alright!
If we can draw our guy, we can attack in for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Yeah.
9, 10, 11.
Uh-huh.
He's dead in 2
Uh-huh.
turns. That's not going to happen, though. What? Okay, so who do we actually attack with?
All the 2-power flyers.
Okay. Leave back the Aspiring Aeronaut.
Or maybe just a couple of the 2-power flyers.
What would give us the fastest clock?
If I attack with all 3 and connect, then on the next turn, I can't quite kill him. So there's no point in overcommitting.
So I think we just attack with, like, the Thopters then. Or the 2-power flyer. Right, like, attack for 6, bring them down to 14.
Mm-hmm. And then we do this. Yeah, so I'm going to make it a 3-turn clock instead of 2.
Yeah.
Our opponent kept a 3-land hand with Tobin Freeblade, Consul's Lieutenant Blightcaster, and Suppression Bonds, and drew, like, 5 running lands.
I would keep that hand.
So would I.
I didn't actually, I mentally filtered that to you saying Tobo Field Deed, even though I heard you say Tobin Freeblade.
I know.
It's amazing. It's like when your brain just automatically filters out.
Alright, Grasp of the Hieromancer.
Here's where we started losing.
Nope. I mean, he's going to kill one of our 2/2s.
Probably the... Actually, wait. Yeah, he can only kill Cleric of the Forward Order. Everyone else is a 3/3 or bigger.
Yes, also, that makes him putting that on the Stalwart makes the Stalwart a... also, check that.
And Blightcaster's art is very excellent.
So
Stalwart becomes a 2/4.
Mm-hmm. But it can't attack. Yeah, we can just double block with no cost.
And so unless he's got the Mist, if he mists it, it becomes a 3/5, which will kill one of the creatures.
Yeah.
So it would kill Towergeist, basically.
I think the question he had there was if he actually cast the Grasp, because if he sandbags, he could draw a second enchantment and kill off the Thunderclap.
Yeah. he doesn't have spell mastery too, which is weird because his deck actually has trouble jimmying up spell mastery.
And then, yep, he's leaving it back because he wants to be able to. Wow.
1/1 flyer.
2/2 flyer.
Hey.
So, the question here is, do I attack with Thopters or do I just hold back?
If you attack with Thopters, you lose a Thopter for Revenant.
I don't like that.
And what are we hoping to draw? Second Thunderclap or Claustrophobia?
Something like that. All right, let's just
We're both Hellbent.
and yeah.
And we frankly have the better board. What the hell? Okay.
Holding that.
Yeah, let's hold that. Come on, Fairy Miscreant.
The thing is, if he gets 2 enchantments running, we're in a bad way because he can kill our Thunderclap.
Yeah, so we might want to press the advantage. Maybe it was better to do that when he was Hellbent and the cards were on the table, but I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, kills off the Fairy Miscreant.
Well, that makes Fairy Miscreant no longer the draw I want.
Mm-hmm.
Now I want Whirler Rogue.
Problem is, like, can he even attack still? Like, all my creatures fly.
All his creatures fly. That thing does vigilance, but it would eat 2 of his other creatures. It would eat Revenant and Shambling Ghoul if he decides to.
And it would only eat one of my 2 flyers.
Okay.
Well, we no longer can press an attack, but I think we're in like we're still at a standstill.
Yeah.
It's just that he is the one who, like, if he draws a breaker, we're in a bad world.
So we're looking for Enshrouding Mists, Claustrophobia. It'd be like one of the better ones. Whirler Rogue. Whirler Rogue, and we can start chipping in.
Yeah, how about this?
Towergeist. Towergeist is a pretty good draw.
That's pretty good. 3/3.
I think you. No, we still have a land for turn.
Well, I mean, I take the Clash of Wills.
Yeah, okay.
If I untap, it means he no longer has a buster at me, but
It's also a 3/3. That's Hill Giant. It looks like we're untapping.
this is an instant.
That is an instant. What's the spell mastery on that?
Creatures you control gain indestructible.
We do not have this. We will never have spell mastery. So okay.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Cast Gideon's Phalanx.
I don't see why not. Can we actually attack with them?
I don't know, but we can get a board. Hold the land.
Yeah.
I don't think we can attack with them, but now we basically can't lose, like, on the ground.
Yeah. The problem being his huge McDude, but that's okay.
Yeah.
We just have to draw one of our targeted removal spells.
Yep.
Yeah, we're playing Rise of the Eldrazi again. We're looking for our venerated teacher to break the board for us.
I'm looking for, like, anything to break this board. Oh my god. Please.
One problem with Blightcaster is it's when you cast, so it doesn't
Yeah.
actually have to resolve.
Yep, and he can just start offing knights, I suppose. You know what we actually want to draw for this long, drawn-out bullshit?
But Whirler Rogue.
No, there's a mill card in our deck.
Oh, Sphinx's Toot.
Yeah. The toot would be pretty good here.
Plan C.
Uh-huh. I think it would be pretty strong. Again, like, you can't attack here.
My man. I don't think timer scam will be real, but
Nah.
we are rather substantially up on clock. I think he'll run out of cards before he runs out of time. Okay.
Does that change anything?
It means if he blocks something with Stalwart Avon, then it it's on a trade. It means if he attacks, we can this. I don't know. It's a trick.
I like it as a trick.
And he's playing around.
Well, he's playing around Clash of Wills in the sense that he hasn't drawn anything worth a while. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care about that card in the slightest.
He doesn't do anything.
Like, I have 2/2s on the board. Like, doesn't do a damn thing.
You could let him kill.
Oh, I know what he's gonna go for, and I get to Thunderclap against it.
Okay.
Like, because
So
he's gonna cast a enchantment to try to kill it with Blightcaster, you see.
Okay.
Uh-huh. And?
And then.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's interesting. What if I, excuse me, can I have priority? Thank you. Yes. Yes.
This does kind of get pooched if he has another enchantment, but we still have a guy in play if that is the case.
Yeah, like, we just lose one of our 2 Thunderclaps, and I'm completely fine with that sort of thing, because there's nothing we could actually do about that.
Yeah.
The reason I didn't think he has a second enchantment, because he probably would have played both enchantments instead of going with the Eyeblight's Assassin.
Sure enough. Oh, his Revenant is a 3/1 now.
Yeah. So, we need a way to get through.
Like, Whirler Rogue would be cool.
Whirler Rogue is what I'm looking for.
The tutelage is
Hold
a
on.
way to get through, technically.
4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 3, 4. Damn it, we're 1 damage short.
Which means we want to draw the Mist as our ace in the hole.
Yeah, we're actually, because he can't have an instant to stop us because Clash of Wills just says no to that. How many ground blockers does he have? Exactly 4, so he can block all 4 knights. If he attacks at all with anything that...
So we just feed that toot.
We feed it 2 Tower Geists.
We don't have another chief around, do we?
Nah. Or do we feed it 2 Thopters, because they're...
Well, the Thopters can tap for Whirler Rogue.
Oh, you're right. Okay, let's go with the 2 Tower Geists, then.
So he probably feeds Shambling Ghoul and then Dead Bridge Shaman to this. We discard Island.
Yeah, or actually Eyeblight's Assassin is the easier one for him to feed off.
That's a Grey Ogre.
Yeah.
Rather than the... However, that regenerates, right? So that taps it.
Taps it. He'll lose the game here. If he yep. Okay, so I have a counterspell for his 1 card in hand. He's going in because he's under time pressure, I believe. So here's what's going to happen. He's drawing a card off of the Revenant, which is okay. I'm just going to attack all out. and hold up Clash of Wills. Why would I do anything else? You know?
Yeah. Okay, then we discard our island. Okay.
Mm-hmm. He regenerates. He's gonna kill a Tower Geist. He drew a card as well. So if it's an enchantment, he could kill off the Thunder. Clap.
Now he realizes his Toblefield Deed is tapped.
Mm-hmm.
Regeneration is a funky mechanic, kids.
Question is, did he draw an enchantment?
Can he win the game in the next 46 seconds? No, he cannot. Okay, you won a mold of 3.
Molt! Was that 3 or 2?
That was...
I want to say that was Chief Plains.
That might have been Chief Plains. I remember this turn where we weren't like playing lands as we were... We had a land. Like we drew more lands.
Yeah, but we were on the draw though.
It was 2. So it was 2 on the draw. Okay. So 2 on the draw is like 3. So we won a mold of 2.
I've never fucking won a game on a mold of 2. What the hell? Nobody.
That's one record.
Like
nobody.
Your win percentage on a mold of 2 is like .001. What the hell? Oof.
I made the joke that we drew remarkably well, but actually we drew remarkably well for no sigiled starfish or whatever.
Well, right. We just drew. It was like, okay, we have Chief of the Edge. Let's draw 4 lands running or whatever.
Chief of the Edge.
Or Chief of the
Chief of the 6-legged Mechanitrons. Chief of the Steam Flogger Chief.
Yeah, the lowest I've ever won a Mull on was 3. It was Plains, Pure Steel Paladin, and a piece of equipment. Or some shit.
And now you can say that it was Plains...
It might have been Plains.
Chieftain of the Foundry, top deck...
Holy shit!
Foundry land, and then our opponent drawing no interaction to a 2/3 until it was too late. Because by the time he drew his suppression bonds, we could crack our land to make 2 2/2s.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, just never. That doesn't happen, especially against a 7. Like
no, he was at 6.
He was at 6?
He was at 6.
Okay, well, I don't care. Being down... Christ.
Yeah, down 4 cards. Or was it a 7? Somebody correct me or back me up. I've been waiting for a very long time. Well, it's this garbage again. Well, we can't keep fighting black players, right? Okay.
Just keep talking. It'll be tough.
Oof.
Alright, Kithian.
Hey, look at our $3 bill. It'll attack you once, and then you'll spend your removal on it. So he doesn't have damage-based removals. So do you want to?
I'm playing everything a turn behind curve to keep Enshrouding Mists up.
Okay. Because I don't think his
I'm keeping.
Oh wait, no, yeah.
Yeah.
+1/+1. Okay, cool. And then we can attack into that indestructible.
Uh-huh.
Can we actually win a game with Planeswalker?
It's possible.
We have Battalion next turn, perhaps. I guess we attack, see what he does. Does he force us to spend the mana, or does he take the trade?
I think he takes this trade. That'd be my guess. Yeah, see.
Yeah.
Come on, Gideon.
I'm on island.
Yeah, right. You have another Eyeblade Assassin? Return Centaur. Alright, so no more attacking until Gideon flip.
Is he milling himself?
Yes.
He's got he milled 3 lands.
And a Bonded Construct.
Okay.
So artifacts, maybe? Oh, come on.
Come on, any land.
Whatever. Now, like, we have Indestructible up, so...
Yeah, we have Indestructible up, which won't help if he has more toughness-based removal.
Right. But if he just has Destroy...
Yeah.
Man, the Irregulars. So now I don't actually even care what the land is I draw.
Yeah, we could draw the Foundry land, and it would be completely fine.
Or even white, so I have quad white.
And quad white for double tap.
So we get his Irregulars go. This is hella funky.
Runed Servitor.
Uh-huh.
Wait, is he the Dreadwaters deck? Okay, he's not the Dreadwaters deck. He's milling himself with his Centaur.
Nope. Hey, can you attack with a Rune Servitor, please?
Yeah, please attack with the Runed Servitor, please.
Please? I want a card right now. I really would like a card.
I would like land.
Fine, I don't care.
I think we just take 2 here in case he has double removal.
Don't care. Can you kill this, please? 2 cards in hand.
Okay.
Is it the
Scob?
Is it the big?
He doesn't have 2 creatures.
He does.
What did he exile?
He exiled the Bonded Construct and the Eyeblight Ass.
Oh, okay. So okay, maybe we. Well, no. If we can draw Island, we can disperse it. Then he can't cast it again. or alternatively, we can just repeatedly tap it.
I like bounce it.
If we bounce it this turn, we don't get anything else.
Right.
If we play one of our 2 other creatures...
Is taking 6 just worth it?
I don't know. Like, if you play Kithian now, that lets you have tap and disperse next turn.
Yeah.
That's trading... Man, am I the guy arguing for mana efficiency?
No. Like, I think you're right. Mostly because if he has a removal spell for Kithian's Irregulars out of his 2 cards, sure, it was bound to happen. If he doesn't, I already answered the Scab Goliath, don't need to disperse.
Okay.
You know?
This taking damage to take damage is a...
Well, I'm at 20. I can take 6 and not care. It's fine. I don't want to take that a second time, but I'm completely fine taking it the first time. Maritime Guard.
I think I found out our opponent's plan. So, do we just go in for battalion and then use disperse to safety? Like, what does Gideon do on the flip? I guess is the more important question.
+1, untap a creature. That creature gains indestructible.
Okay. +2 attacks Gideon if able. I mean, up to 1. Okay, so up to. And then his 0s just become a 4/4, right?
What if I play Sphinx's Tutelage?
Sphinx's Tutelage, just hold up tap.
Yeah.
Yeah, the opponent's already milled himself some. He's got a Rune Servitor in play. Why not?
Well, the thing, like, I guess playing the Tutelage means that the Scab Goliath can turn back on.
Yeah, that's not so good. You're just wanting to be able to loot, maybe?
Well, mana efficiency. You know exactly what I'm after here.
I know exactly what you're after, yes.
I want a 6th land so I can play Tower Guy / Thunderclap. Because if I can attack with this and, like, some flyers,
Yeah.
Done. Great. Awesome. I'm mana efficiency.
We can just tap the tower, the Scab Goliath.
Yeah. This'll never die.
My spirit never dies. Maybe our
Yeah.
opponent only has this many creatures, and they're all here now.
Our spirit.
We're confusing our opponent because we're playing the creatures on the table followed by Sphinx's tutelage.
All right. I'm aware that making that I can no longer disperse the Scab Goliath to like massive Heartbreaker, you know?
Well, that means we just use Disperse to hold up to save Kithian from
Right. Hopefully
removal.
that I can untap here is the big thing.
Opponent's got two cards in hand. Their cards seem generically good. Some of them. Other ones like Thornbow Archer, Maritime Guard, and Rune Servitor aren't. Maybe he just plays huge things. Okay, that kind of answers the creature. It
I
keeps
mean,
it keeps Gideon from flipping.
yeah, I guess.
Although, wait, let me read Gideon again.
1 second, I gotta.
Yeah, one you have the time to.
Okay, here's Gideon. Yeah, it has an untap, by the way. On the flip.
Okay, so Kithian and two other. He has to be a part of the battalion. So if he really
Yes.
didn't want Kithian to flip, he should have just claustrophobia'd him.
Yeah. If he attacks with rune servitors, I'm fine like blocking with the cleric. I don't think he understands like exactly what I'm doing, so I'm fine doing this. Like
We're both interested in drawing the card off the server.
I needed the sixth land very badly.
Hey, also it mills him.
I know.
Maybe he wants that.
Milled another claustrophobia.
Hey. And not another creature, so he cannot currently play this Scab again.
That milled 6 cards. Disperse Watercourser, Separatist Void Mage, Scapstream Drake, Shambling Ghoul Island.
Oh, okay, Tower Geist doesn't draw the card, it puts it into your hand, right?
No, it does not draw the card. So we do this.
I think Plan C is currently in action.
And we draw the card. And by draw the card, I mean not draw the card.
Okay.
Welcome to die. Also, we have some. No. We want the fairy miscreants because we really need the 1/1 flyers to be able to attack with Gideon here. It's
Yeah,
really
that'll be great because then we'll be able to.
Forgetting that. Thank you.
Okay, scooch. Okay, there we go. So in comes Return Centaur.
Yeah,
Yeah,
return
Return
center. I'm
Centaur.
taking 2.
Let's see what he flips. He's a 12.
Oh, he flipped over
To
Scapstream
4.
Drake's Soul Blade Jin Screeching Scab.
Okay, let's do more.
Do you want to bone dash that, huh?
You want to know a very rude play you could do?
Disperse my fairy miscreant.
You could disperse your fairy miscreant. let's let's see how much we mill off of him. If it's like 6 cards, admit we do that.
It was a displacement wave.
Okay, I think I understand my opponent's plan now.
Also, we drew Whirler Rogue.
I guess we play Whirler Rogue then.
No. That's death. Don't.
Oh right, yeah. Okay.
Do not
So
fall for that trick.
Do not fall for the trick. I guess now you can trade with Return Centaur if you want to.
Mm-hmm. Which I will.
You let him attack with Scab Goliath.
I know. I have different plans on this turn.
Oh, okay. You're gonna block with Fairy Miscreant, then disperse it.
No, no, no. Scab Goliath has trample.
Scab Goliath does have trample. Okay.
I'm pulling my opponent into this attack.
Okay.
So we disperse that. Basically, the entire plan was to pull him in on the attack.
Ah, you feign. You did something you can't do in real life, which is feign the misclick.
I know.
Yobi. And then we have the invincible Gideon.
Yep. So then
Do you trade with his Norwood Ranger?
we want that dead. We want that blocked, and like we take one.
We take one.
Okay. Yeah. It was completely unnecessary, but I wanted to try and kill this off. He's also just going to recast it.
So we have loot mana up, right?
Yeah, but he has 5 cards in deck.
Let's see what our draw does to him.
It milled 4 cards.
We have loot mana up, right?
Yep. We even get to leave up double white.
Plan C, everybody. What do we discard?
Shit, we have
Crap.
to show him a card.
Because you played the land. You goof.
No. I need to do that for the double white up. It's a defensive measure.
I guess we show him. I think the found. Oh, that basically tells him we have artifacts, but he already knows that. He already knows we have the bounded construct. He doesn't know about Whirler Rogue or flyers. He knows about like generically good flyers. I guess you can also study his entire deck right now if you want to.
Yep. So we know he has displacement wave.
He also has the Jin Blade. So he's got flyers. I think his plan might be to play Scab Goliath and or Jin Blade, and then displacement wave.
Yeah.
That's just my feeling, though.
Honestly, well, he's got Eye Blight Massacre as well. Do we want negate here?
I think we want negate here.
His own disperse.
He's also got like claustrophobia.
I think we want negate.
Yeah.
Alright. What over?
See, against the normal matchup, I would say tutelage, but if he's milling himself, which he's playing Screaming Scab, and then
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the Ring Warden Owl.
our worst flyer.
It also could be Gideon's Phalanx.
I like that too.
What about?
I don't like negate over.
How about double
Yeah,
negate?
double negate. We don't put in an island over plains because of.
No, we need the regulars. All right, let's roll. This is finals. We're moving into game 2.
It's game 2 of finals. So we have a turn 2 Fairy Miscreant,
Yeah.
unless the top card of our library is Island. Okay, I can't 100% of the time
No,
do
no,
it
no.
100% of the time.
But you gotta try.
I gotta try. Okay, our opponent helps us. Okay, I'm gonna summon Kithian to the top of our deck.
That'd be a good one too.
We could play. No, that's too good. We could play both of them. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Do I leave up Clash of Wills for one?
It's either that or play Fairy Miscreant to basically trade with the Spiker.
I have Disperse.
Yeah. Alternatively, we also have the plan of play flyers and kill our opponent with them, looking at our hand.
I'm well aware that we have the backup plan. We have both plans available to us. All right, so let's do that. And then we'll just play tutelage.
Okay.
All right.
And off to the races.
So Aeronaut's really the card I want to get in play. I don't care about that.
Wait a second. We were on the draw, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, that makes sense.
Water Cursor and Eye Blades. So I'm going to play the Aeronaut here. And then after this turn, I basically never need to tap out.
Hooray!
I want the Aeronaut so I can, like, make this trade.
What do we discard to that trade?
I don't know.
That's somewhat lame.
Yeah, but we can kill it with Thunderclap block. I think we discard, like, Negate.
Yeah. But we'd be fine discarding our 7 mana spell, right?
So yeah, Thunderclap is going to come down and kill the Eyeblight, is the idea.
Unless we really need to counter something.
Right, but he didn't actually make a 5th land drop, so he can't play the Scab Goliath, which is the only card I really want to counter.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that he's playing so many creatures is blowing my mind.
He could also go blue and then play the Jin here.
Which would also get me to play Clash, yeah. Anyway, this is Thunderclap.
I mean, does anybody remember a card called Nephalia Sea Kite?
Yeah, do you remember Nephalia Sea Kite? I remember Nephalia Sea Kite.
Freaking bird flies out of the sky and kills a Grey Ogre.
It's its job. It gets paid by the Grey Ogre.
By the Grey Ogre. And honestly, it might be trading with a 3-2 as well.
Honestly, I probably am willing to do that. Hopefully he doesn't have a second copy of the Assassin.
Oh.
Oh, sure.
Read the bones. Hey, that helps us.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that gets us 2 cards farther. We did not see the Servant in his grave last game. Card on bottom, and he's looking at the other real hard.
Well, let's see what the mystery card is. Does he realize that whatever he puts on top will be milled?
Well, he draws them.
Oh, right, yeah, but this is really the bones. The card that does work.
He put it on top. He took a card.
He took a card. Oh, he did post island there, so maybe that's what happened.
I'm cool with Cleric.
With life gain and trade, yeah. We have Monolithic open still. Or not Monolithic, Miscalc.
Miscalc,
yeah. That's a card I printed in my set, which was 2 mana Miscalc without cycling.
This is the Miscalc. The Clash of Wills here is specifically for him playing the Giant or him playing the
Displacement Wave? We
No.
care about Displacement Wave.
No.
We care about the flyer.
So I kill this. This is pretty obvious to me.
Is a Scab, right?
This is Scab, right?
I don't see the graveyard being interacted with. There it goes. That's Scab.
No! Do it! Do it, damn you!
Dude, you 9197 Tsuki. Yeah, become miscalculated.
Boom shakalaka. Okay, good. His biggest creature is only real threat to me.
Okay, he's at 17. How many did we mill? Just two.
But we got the Soul Blade Gen.
But we got his other threat.
Also,
Okay,
looting
now
is online.
looting is indeed online. Now we counter the creature, the Goliath, because he has enough creatures in yard at this point to actually be able to do stuff with it.
Yeah.
Or however, bonded construct can become worthless if we bounce the other creature. Gets funny.
That is pretty funny. What's his final card? Oh my god!
That's funny. He's at 14.
We discard the Ram Roller here.
We discard Ram Roller.
He mills 2 lands.
He mills 2. Okay.
Not worth playing, I don't think.
If you feel like milling one of those away. We'll see what happens. Yeah, he's going to try to beat us down.
We'll do it. I guess, do I play...
Like Gideon just to keep Bonded Construct at home? We take 2 every turn?
I'm good with this. It leaves Disperse up, too.
Yeah.
I can't loot, but, like, I get Gideon down, which is, like, a pretty dang good defense.
So he attacks with 2 Drakes here? Nah, he's in with the Construct. He probably has an Eyeblight Assassin in hand, then, which why didn't he do that first? Now let's see what happens.
Maybe you wanted Eyeblight Assassin this?
Oh. No. The Thornbow Archer.
Anyway, so he's going to 7 cards. I loot him down. He goes to 6, loot to 4, untap to 0. So he's got this turn to win.
Yeah, he's got this turn to win through negate and disperse.
Good luck with that one.
He's got 1 card. Let's see what it is. It's Claustrophobia.
That doesn't win him the game, so I don't think I care.
So we don't think this means we loot, which means we make it more certain. Like we loot away, disperse, or negate. It honestly doesn't matter.
I'm gonna discard the negate to show him the power of us.
Our board action. We boarded in 2 of these. He goes to 4.
Yep, and we go down to 6. And then,
Yeah, because the Thornbow Archer gets to hit us before it attacks. Gideon never flipped. We could never get Battalion.
No. But Gideon will trade with a Thornbow Archer like a hero.
Yeah.
Look at this heroic trade.
A Norwood Ranger versus Savannah Lions, the oldest trade in the book. Squire versus Piker. Let's see if you just zoop him right here.
Nope.
Nope.
There's that Possessed Scob, which was the only card I feared out of his entire deck at this point. And we'll discard Thunderclap Jin to show off our power.
Jin?
Jin. I always say Jin. You know that.
Yeah, Thunderclap Jin and Tobo Field Deed.
And his last 2 cards were the freaking Wrath.
Okay. The bottom card of his deck was Displacement Wave.
He scribed that away.
Yo.
Alright!
Okay, so Plan C gets there.
Plan C, everybody. Did you know?
Karn.
Karn, my buddy, my pal, my friend.
Well, Karn should approve of this, because Karn really loves games of Magic that go on forever and ever.
Literal ever. He loves games that restart.
His favorite card in Magic the Gathering is Shahrazad, or however you pronounce that.
Scheherazade, yeah.
Play a sub game of Magic where I win.
Oh my god, I'm
So, a lot of good things happen tonight. We got a
look at
chaos
look at
draft.
this powerful team of squad of people that didn't do anything.
We got the
Like,
J squad who did nothing. J squad. We got the kid. You got the Gideon squad who did nothing.
well, okay, how about his irregulars did a game?
His irregulars tapped a scob upwards to 3 times. So
Upwards to 3 times.
you want a multitude?
Ah, God, I won a multitude. What the?
That's pretty great. I've never done that. I've I've won off no landers before, but I've never won a
I
multitude.
watched somebody keep a 7 that had no land on the play and just said go straight in their opponent, like stared them down, said go, and
That
then
was Elvish
won.
Visionary. I
That
have
was
heard this story
yeah,
before.
yeah. That was Ryan playing Elvish Visionary. Molded 2.
Volta 2, you won a Volta 2. And our opponent's deck was even, like, kind of good. They had the whole
Yeah.
Blightcaster package. Like, as soon as Blightcaster came down that game, I thought we
Yeah.
were just done.
Yeah.
Like, he just Scourge marks this guy twice, and then we lose. But, no, we did not.
All right then. All right then. So I won't get to exporting the upload, all these tonight, but whatever.
Well,
Anyway,
they'll be done whenever. Who
okay,
cares?
they'll be there later. I'm Gnome. Thank you for joining. Oh wow, we even picked this card here. Uh huh.
And we even got an Outland Colossus, the most famous 12/12 in the world.
This truly. Look at the famous beard, the famous cloak.
He looks like a tree. He is a famous tree.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, thanks Gnome for joining on this. I'm glad that we did the midnight, the secret origins draft.
Midnight Hell Zone Part 2.
Thank you.
Revenge of Gideon.
Thanks everybody in the zoo for joining for the Midnight Hell Zone Act 2. It was pretty special.
You won 12 packs today. You goddamn fraudster.
Can't stop me. Can't stop me. Good night everybody.
Good night, everybody.